A jubilant 4th of July celebration turns into a deadly rampage.
When you have a party attended by a large number of young people and everybody's drinking, the smallest spark can ignite a volcano.
Crash car, lots of blood, hysterical people, and a kid who had been transported to a hospital, and it wasn't looking good for him.
Lieutenant Joe Kenda is fighting an uphill battle against a slew of potential suspects until he uncovers a peculiar clue that sets him hot on the heels of the killer.
Nothing is ever easy.
Here.
But we're gonna get to this. And in the end, that LA hat's gonna be pinned to the wall in my office. You often encounter people who are participants in their own death, but I get particularly inspired when it's truly an innocent person. We're gonna find out who hurt this kid, and we're gonna put him away. There's one thing that never changes: murder. A life has been taken. Their stories are now my stories. I'm Lieutenant Joe Kenda. I've solved nearly 400 homicides. Somebody has to take control. Somebody has to look out for the victim. I never know where a case is going to lead, but I'll never stop until it's solved.
It's early morning on July 5th, but in the city of Colorado Springs, Independence Day celebrations rage on.
Colorado Springs, 4th of July is a big deal. There are a lot of different fireworks displays.
But at a convenience store on Rio Grande Street,
219.
a different kind of explosion rips through the air.
What the hell was that?
As the clerk came out of the store, he saw a car
Call 911.
and a woman getting out of it and screaming.
There was a woman running around and a guy kind of falling out into her arms. And he is bleeding everywhere.
Donnie! 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 No!
Across town, Lieutenant Joe Kenda and his colleagues at the CSPD are busy coping with the fallout of another raucous Independence Day.
Police officers know it's going to be a busy night. Fireworks complaints, traffic problems all over, all the parties going on in the homes. And it's a night that everybody wishes could be their night off.
Many police officers refer to working on holidays, and particularly the 4th of July being one, as Barnum and Bailey Ringling Brothers, the greatest show on earth, because that's what it is.
Hey, Lieutenant.
How you doing?
You want to buy some fireworks? Sell them to you cheap.
Jeez, how many of these things you bringing in?
In police headquarters buildings, you wind up with rooms full of fireworks on the 4th of July. Fireworks are illegal to fire off, but people do it anyway, of course, in alarming numbers. Officers will confiscate those, put them in for destruction. When I was in the building that night, I was amused that the pile kept getting so much bigger so quickly with every kind of firework you can imagine.
Don't light a match.
You got that right.
But illegal fireworks are the least of Kenda's worries.
911 got a call that there had been a shooting at a convenience store in the area of Hancock Avenue and East Rio Grande Street.
10-4, let them know I'm on the way. You guys don't have too much fun.
It's one of our older parks. It has a large 4th of July celebration, pulling anywhere between 50 to 100,000 people in. Usually has the Colorado Springs Philharmonic playing symphony music, along with military bringing up cannons for part of their musical performance, and a large fireworks show.
All right, now.
10 minutes later, Kenda arrives at the convenience store.
We're going. So what do we got?
Got a victim with a gunshot wound to the head, was transported to the hospital, was pronounced dead on scene.
Got the name of the victim?
Don Garcia.
Don Garcia is 19 years old, and Mr. Garcia has no criminal history with us, and he is a assistant cook at the Broadmoor Hotel.
Do we know how he was shot?
Witness said they were at a party up the street when a big fight broke out and a gun was pulled.
When you have a party attended by a large number of young people and everybody's drinking, the smallest spark can ignite a volcano. What would be considered a minor insult if everybody was sober is considered a call to arms at a party.
The witness anything else?
She said she was the passenger in the car and he was driving when he was shot in the head, which caused the crash.
With the examination of the victim's body already underway at the coroner's office, Kenda takes a closer look at the wrecked car.
There is no window in the door of the car, so I check the window crank. The window is intact, but it's a hot summer night. The windows are down. So the source of the bullet has got to be coming through the open window on the driver's side of the car.
Where's the witnesses in the car?
She's over here. Name is Naomi Garcia. Same last name as our victim, but there's no relation.
Naomi is being looked at by EMTs. She got a few cuts and bruises when the car hit the wall.
You look at her and you just wanted to wrap a blanket around her. You just felt so bad.
She's very upset, what you normally find in all of these cases.
She was like shivering and her teeth were chattering, which happens with shock.
Naomi, I'm Lieutenant Kenda. I'm sorry about Don. I know it's a very difficult time, but I need your help. Can you tell me what happened?
We were at a house party. Everyone was invited.
Now, in the world of young people, the jungle drums announce the location of a party, and everybody and his brother shows up. The problem is, almost all of them are strangers to each other. That is immediately an enormous complication to me. It means that nobody knows who anybody is except for maybe a handful of people.
This is crazy.
Naomi tells Kenda that she and Don were having a good time at the party. At least until an altercation erupted.
She had been at the back of the house, and when they heard there was a fight, of course, they all ran out toward the front. She wasn't able to see very much, other than she knew people were fighting.
Was Don involved in this fight at all?
No, he wasn't.
When you have a fight start in a large group, people seem to crowd around, they all want to watch. And, it obscures the view for a lot of people. It's also dark. And in this case, she couldn't provide a very good description.
But Naomi did hear one thing loud and clear. When the fight was over, the loser made it known he'd be gunning for revenge.
Nah, so you're gonna regret this,
She said, I heard him yell, but I never really saw the guy.
According to Naomi, right after that, the party got broken up.
The cops are coming! Get out of here!
This is getting out of control.
Naomi says that this is now the moment the party decides to disperse quickly. They don't want trouble with the police.
Naomi, come on.
She remembers getting in the car with Don, and that other people are piling into other cars, including the car right in front of theirs.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I know. You're
Turn the lights on. The light, yeah.
And Don is trying to back up to get around all these cars. He's kind of blocked in a little bit. And he has to make a U-turn in the street to get out of the way of all these other cars.
But as Don and Naomi were about to make their getaway, shots rang out.
One thing I like about Naomi's story to me is that Naomi's story makes sense. You've heard me say this before. Tell me a story I'll believe. This is one I believe.
Well, thank you for your time. We may need to speak to you again.
After speaking with Naomi, Kenda heads to the house where the party was thrown. In the street outside, he spots evidence that seems to support Naomi's story.
We have these figure-8 affair of skid marks, clearly produced by panicked, attempted driving over correction of left and right to control the car. So I took a flashlight, and you can see these skid marks right up to the point of the scene of our party. Where our victim gets shot is right where those skid marks started. We don't find any casings in the street, but consider the fact that there are several hundred people at this party with lots and lots of cars. They could have been hung up in somebody's tires. They could have come out of a semi-automatic pistol and been removed accidentally by a car driving over them and sticking them in between the tread lines in a car, which I've seen happen many times. Or it's a revolver, and there are no expended casings to be found. But we ultimately, the only physical evidence we have is we have our victim, who is dead from a gunshot wound to the head, and we have skid marks that begin in the street in front of this house.
Kenda makes his way 2 blocks north to the house where the party was thrown.
Did you find anything yet?
A little bit of blood right here on the ground.
We do find 2 small areas of blood on the sidewalk and street in front of the house. They're probably from the fight, a minor wound, so somebody received some level of injury in the fight.
How about shell casings or slugs?
Not yet. We'll keep looking.
In this case, there was no evidence of any shell casings at the scene, which could be indicative of either a revolver or, with people leaving and driving off, shell casings can get stuck in tire treads.
With scant physical evidence, Kenda turns to the neighbors to shed light on what happened.
I talked to the neighbor who lives next door, and his name is Emmett Simmons. And Emmett sees a lot of this party happen, sees the fight.
Here.
What's this?
The guy in the fight was wearing it. He ran across my yard and it fell off his head.
Well, that's a connection. So now we have a piece of physical evidence that connects to this guy. Is it going to be useful to us? Maybe, maybe not.
Can you describe him?
No, sir. I didn't really get a good look at him.
Can you tell me anything about him at all?
No, sir. You should probably talk to Pete.
Who's Pete?
Pete's the one who keeps throwing the parties.
Thank you.
So I go over and meet Pete Mendez.
Mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Listen, man. If you're here to give me some sort of lecture about throwing parties, save it.
What a charming guy. I hated him 15 seconds into the meeting.
When somebody dies at that party, it becomes my business.
Look, I have nothing to say to you, buddy.
No, who are you? When you're talking to somebody who wants to tell you how much he hates the police and how this happens all the time, these people get themselves killed, what he's telling me is he's afraid of me. You're some angry, confrontive guy? He's behaving exactly wrong, in my opinion. And I look down at him and he's got fresh blood on him, on his undershirt.
What's that on your shirt?
Where?
Right there.
So now, all of a sudden, despite hating him, he really interests me. Exactly who are you, Petey boy? And what do you have to do with us? We're investigating a giant party that takes place on the 4th of July. We results in somebody getting shot when they're trying to flee this party after a fight happened.
We need to know who was involved in a fight. Shooting could be a natural progression from that physical confrontation.
We're dealing with a lot of vague information that suddenly becomes very focused on an individual named Pete Mendez, who has blood in his clothes, and he has a very bad attitude. Now we got a place to go.
Why don't you come with me?
Where?
Just come with me. This way.
When you encounter somebody like this, he's on his turf. He's standing on his front porch. I want him on my front porch.
Have a seat.
You kidding me?
You take him from where he's familiar, confrontive, and angry, and make him worry a little bit.
Looks like blood on your shirt, Pete. You want to tell me about it?
He realizes the bad guy act didn't cut any ice with me. And now he's sitting in the back of that car staring at his shirt.
It's a stain. I just put this shirt on a few minutes ago.
I'll tell you what. I think we need to take that and have it tested. Find out whose blood that is.
I've got to either keep him or let him go. To keep him, I have to find some way I can demonstrate that he was one of the two people in the fight. So with the witnesses we have remaining, we start questioning them individually.
As his men question eyewitnesses about Pete's involvement, Kenda continues to pepper him with questions.
Were you involved in a fight?
No, that was two other guys.
There's two other guys. You want to tell me about them?
Okay, well, let's see. They were white. No, wait, they were black. Second thought, maybe they were...
Well, you forgot Asian. They could have been Asian, right? It's all part of his shtick. He wants all his friends to see him stand up to the man, all the crap that goes through these people's heads. Of course, it helps if you have an IQ under 80. These things seem important to you. So to him, that's all that matters.
Lieutenant, can I speak with you a minute?
So what is it?
Witnesses are saying that Pete Mendez wasn't involved in the fight. Apparently he was in the backyard when it broke out.
So maybe what he's guilty of is his attitude and nothing else. There's nothing we can connect him to. So I have no way or reason to hold on to him any further.
You can have witnesses that are just uncooperative because of mistrust of police officers. You could have witnesses who are trying to hide their involvement in something, whether it's this case or some other case. But that could be a reason why we were receiving very little cooperation from Pete, because he was concerned about throwing a party and having underage drinking, or throwing a party where a crime had occurred.
You're free to go.
Thanks for wasting my time.
Hey, Pete. Sure hope there isn't any underage drinking going on at your little get-togethers. I wouldn't want to waste your time in front of a judge.
So now I'm back to nothing. We're running out of avenues to pursue here. So my next step is, well, let's go look at the body. Maybe there's something there that can tell me something.
At the hospital morgue, Kenda gets his first look at victim Don Garcia.
He has no marks on him, except for a small gunshot wound 1 inch above the ear.
Unfortunately, we can't extract the bullet.
Why was that?
As you can see from the x-ray.
This round, when it went through the skull, fragmented into little tiny pieces. Massive internal damage to the brain from all this basically shrapnel inside his head. But the result is that there's no way to identify the pistol.
I believe he died instantly.
So I'm thinking what I was thinking earlier. That round comes through an open window and hits him in the head. He snaps his head forward and dies before he ever gets to that convenience store. And I'm still beginning to believe that he is not the intended victim of this crime.
Is there anything else I should know?
Unfortunately, that's it.
Despite all of our effort, our spinning our wheels in the dirt, we got nothing. The only thing we have for sure is Mr. Garcia in the morgue.
Who's this guy?
Mike Anderson. He's here to identify the body.
In most cases like this, we will usually try to get a family member or a close friend to come to identify the body, just to make sure we do have who the people think he is.
Mike?
Yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Kenda. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Mike Anderson is married to Don Garcia's cousin. He knows Don well.
Were you at the party when he got shot?
No, I didn't go.
Do you know why he was at the party?
Yeah, a lot of friends and a lot of family. He loves the 4th of July.
There's absolutely no indication in any of the information Anderson provides that would indicate that Don Garcia has an enemy on this planet or that he has ever done anything to elicit someone's anger.
He was a pretty clean-cut kid. He was a hard worker, was very well liked in the community. You know, he had a really supportive family. His mother adored him.
He was very special. He is very, very compassionate about people, and he would give the shirt off his back if he could.
Don was described as being a very social person, very friendly person, had some artistic capabilities and drawings.
He loved art. Art was probably the way he expressed himself the most, because once he would start drawing, he would literally fall into it. He poured his soul into it.
In addition to art, Don loved a good party. And according to Mike Anderson, Independence Day was one of Don's favorite days of the year.
He loved the 4th of July. He loved to see the fireworks in the air. The 4th of July was a fun time around here for us. We knew where to go and how to have fun.
He had a lot of cousins that were going to be at the party, a bunch of friends. So he had a holiday evening in a great setting with people that he loved.
There's no way that he could have provoked someone so much that they want to kill him. He's just not that kind of guy.
I believe you.
Knowing who Don Garcia is now is even more distressing to me. Mr. Garcia is an innocent person. His crime is going to a 4th of July party.
Do you know any other people that were at the party?
Some are in the ER waiting room right now.
Thank you.
Now, as usual in murder cases, speed is important. So let's scoop up these people in this emergency room waiting area to see what somebody knows that can tell us that could be useful. Well, it's pretty easy to identify the partygoers. They're the ones that are drunk. They're the ones that are 19, 20, and 21. And they're all together.
Scanning the group, one individual catches his eye.
I see this one guy standing there with a mouse on his eyes swollen and bruised, and he's got a fresh cut in his lip.
Mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lenny Quintana?
I believe he's my other guy that's in the fight.
Mind telling me what happened to your face, Lenny?
All of a sudden, I have a guy who has been in a fight, who has been in an altercation at this party. Now I think we're getting somewhere. This guy could lead me in a direction I need to go. We're investigating the murder of Don Garcia at this giant party. The whole time I've been trying to find out who's in this fight. We know that the fight has got to be a key element in this killing. And I just found the guy that's in the fight, and his name is Lenny Quintana. Maybe he's going to help us get to the bottom of who killed Don.
Do you mind telling me what happened to your face, Lenny?
Yeah, I got into it with a guy at a 4th of July party.
365 day and night, I labor. I'm a Jedi Knight, my words are lightsabers.
Lenny tells Kenda that the party was a good time, until some guys he'd never seen before crashed it.
Yo, 81st Street Crips in here.
He said he's announcing he belongs to the 81st Street Crips here in Colorado Springs. Now, there is no 81st Street in Colorado Springs. Most of these people aren't members of anything.
What were you fighting about?
Rap lyrics.
Rap lyrics.
What? Well, I think the lyrics say this, and he says I'm wrong, and we get in a fight. You think to yourself, boy, there's a good reason, huh? Let's get in a physical confrontation over the lyrics of a rap song. This is where alcohol and holidays come into play.
What the hell was that?
Just rapping, man. It's a party, having a good time.
Rapping? Oh, that's what you call that? Those ain't the words.
So you know this guy? Can you describe him?
Nah, I don't know him. He's a white guy, 6 feet tall, young, maybe 22. He had a white LA cap on.
That just clicked.
Here. The guy in the fight was wearing.
I happen to have an LA hat in evidence right now that Emmett Simmons gave me that said it came off the head of the shooter.
So you got into it about rap lyrics. What happened?
I have to go to my car, and I go, and as soon as I come back, boom.
Yeah. What's Lenny got?
Lenny's response was obviously to fight back in self-defense.
Bro, hey, you gonna regret this.
Then after that, him and his boys start tearing down the street, and I already got jumped once. I figure it's a good idea, and I tell my buddy, hey, let's leave.
But Lenny tells Kenda that as he was leaving, someone began to shoot at his car.
Did you see who did the shooting? Is it the same guy you were fighting with?
I don't know. We were just trying to haul ass out of there.
Did you see Don when you were leaving?
No, but I know he was parked behind me.
There's the explanation. Lenny is the target. He's in the act of trying to get away, and so is Don. And one of the shots that our LA hat guy has fired has missed Lenny and his car and took Don in the head without any intent to so do.
While Lenny appears to be telling the truth, Kenda isn't taking any chances.
Lenny says he's one of 2 people involved in a fight that produces somebody with a gun. He says it's the other guy. Of course, if I was the guy with the gun, I would say it was the other guy, too. Is he a guy who's lying to me on purpose?
It's not that I don't believe you, but I need to make sure that you weren't involved in this.
Yeah, do whatever you need to do. I didn't shoot anybody.
We run a GSR test, and Lenny's clean. Test is negative, completely negative, not even a trace. Lenny's truthful.
One more thing before I let you go. You said you were getting into your car with a friend?
John Harden.
You know how I can contact him?
Yeah, it's right over there.
That's him?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. John Harden?
Yes, sir.
Can I talk to you for a minute about what happened?
Sure thing.
John Harden's version of what happened is nearly identical to Lenny Quintana's.
John tells me the story of the party, tells me what Lenny tells me. These 4 guys show up, and the party mood goes from happy to unhappy and confrontive.
Everybody's cool at the party until these 4 show up.
He says the worst of them is this dude in the LA hat, and that he's the guy with the gun that was shooting at Lenny.
Are you sure it was the same guy that was in the fight?
Oh, yeah, I'm positive.
Can you describe him for me?
I can do better than that. I can give you his name.
What? How do you know his name? I did time with him in a county jail. We were in jail together, but he got probation and he got out. So he's not exactly from LA, is he? I said, no, he's not from LA. He's from here. That's why he was in a county jail.
So what's his name?
His first name is Troy.
So now I have something to run with. I've gone from white LA hat to white LA hat with a guy named Troy under it.
With John Harden's statement in tow, Kenda heads to the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Lieutenant, how are you, sir?
Good. Do you mind running the first name Troy through your database? He was incarcerated between those dates.
So we pull up the adult probation list based on when John was in the county jail, so we know approximately when probation was granted to our man Troy, our suspect in this case.
There you go, sir.
We pull up a list, and what do we find?
Crap.
32 guys named Troy. 32. It's like, God, is everybody named Troy that ever got arrested? So now we have to play the game, deciding which one of those 32 is Mr. L.A. Hat.
Do you mind helping me sort through these?
Sure.
It's going to be a long night.
If that's what it takes, sir.
Nothing is ever easy, but we're going to get to this. And in the end, that L.A. hat's going to be pinned to the wall in my office.
For exclusive footage, go to investigationdiscovery.com.
So here we are. We've gone from looking for Mr. X in the darkness to where now the sun's up. We've taken this group of hundreds of partygoers down to one, who I have a first name of, and his name is Troy. And now I have a list of first names. One of them is going to be our guy. We are on our way. Now the challenge becomes we have to find the right Troy. If you're probated, we have mugshots of you. There's photos of all 32 Troys. And we have 2 people that say they can identify. So we certainly have a place to begin.
All right, Bill, let's see which one of these Troys is ours.
We start eliminating based on known associates.
Should we try Carson?
Confining the times as to when who is in jail with who, because our man, John, our witness, says he was in custody with this guy, Troy.
How about Duvall? Was he in custody?
So we're able to eliminate a number of those Troys who weren't in custody in the time frame John was. So that gets the number smaller.
This guy's 46, so that can't be it.
Then we start eliminating based on physical description, and that's an even smaller group.
All right, let's see what we got. All right.
We have an opinion of who our man is, but our opinion doesn't matter. We have to have positive ID. We want it from Lenny, we want it from John that he is the shooter. So we make up photo lineups containing these few guys, and we show them these lineups, one after another.
Which one do you want first? They're both outside.
I'm bringing Lenny. He claims he's in the fight with this guy.
All right.
When you build a photo lineup, Colorado rules at the time were 6 photographs of people of similar or like appearances. It's a hard thing to do because people see or are drawn to a lot of different things when critical incidents occur. In this case, people are drawn to the LA hat.
Photo lineups can be hit or miss, and it is remarkable how much people can look alike, even totally unrelated people.
No, I don't see him.
No one looks familiar?
Nope.
I got another set of them for you.
Yeah, that's him.
Are you sure that's him?
Yeah, that's the maniac that punched me in the face.
Thank you. We have him circle that, initial it, time and date, thank him for his cooperation. We let him sit outside for a minute. We bring in John.
Take your time. Tell me if you recognize anyone here.
Right there, number 4, that's Troy.
Are you positive?
No doubt, I'd know him anywhere.
So now we take that picture out and we turn it over. And on the back is the name of our winner.
Troy Eugene Hartwick, age 20.
Who is he? He is a criminal. Among his other talents, he is a wannabe gang member. He's on the wannabe list. He's not a member of a gang, but he likes to tell everyone he is.
His suspect now positively ID'd. Kenda's next objective is to secure some FaceTime with Troy Hartwick.
We're going to this address because that's his last known address. We're going there, and who we find in this house is his mother and his brother.
Is Troy at home?
Why are you looking for Troy?
I have reason to believe he's involved in a shooting.
My Troy? I don't think so. You've got the wrong Troy. Why don't you try looking somewhere else?
They present attitude that they don't like the police, and how dare we say that Troy did anything wrong. He's always being falsely accused of things. But her boy wouldn't shoot anybody.
He doesn't live here anymore. I haven't seen him in days.
When's the last time you saw him?
Night of the 4th of July. He came over looking to borrow some money. I don't know where he's at.
Mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, I guess.
You want to step out here?
He doesn't know where he's at either.
You know, your brother's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Last time I saw him, he was with his friends, and they were talking about going to some 4th of July party on Cimarron.
Do you know what happened at that party?
I don't know nothing.
Do you know that Troy was involved in a fight?
Whatever.
So where's he at?
You might want to talk to one of Troy's friends, Fred.
Who's Fred?
Fred Burton. He was with Troy and those guys at the party.
All right, thank you.
And it surprised me that he'd give us a name of somebody, because we haven't gotten anything out of these people, and all of a sudden we get a name that may lead us somewhere in terms of our search.
Kenda returns to his vehicle and contacts the station.
Lieutenant Kenda, dispatch.
Patch to Kenda.
I need you to run a name for me, Fred Burton, just like it sounds.
Moments later, Kenda receives a surprising response.
Go for Kenda.
You're gonna love this. Fred Burton, he's sitting in our jail.
He's in our hotel. How convenient.
He just got picked up today. He's in for car theft.
Perfect, I'll be right there. Kenda out.
He just got arrested. So he probably hasn't bonded yet. He probably hasn't even tried to bond out. He's gonna be there. Today's our lucky day.
After a round-the-clock hunt for 19-year-old Don Garcia's killer, Lieutenant Joe Kenda has finally pinned down his prime suspect.
We've identified our suspect as Troy Eugene Hartwick. We have no way to know at this moment where he is. But I've just learned that his friend, Fred, is currently in jail. Perfect. He may know exactly where he is.
Hey, Bill?
Seen it?
This is Fred Burton?
It is, sir. Open 6.
Fred Burton has a couple criminal charges that are fairly serious against him at this time. The DA is willing to work with him on those if he's truthful with us into what occurred and what led up to the shooting and who was possibly involved in that shooting.
I ain't telling you anything. I ain't no rat.
We appreciate the fact that you are a loyal, upstanding guy. But you know, in case you haven't looked around in the last 30 seconds, you're in jail. You still that loyal to everybody?
I'm gonna ask you to be a snitch. I'm asking you to help yourself. Look where you are.
What do you want to know?
Why don't you start by telling me how you celebrated the 4th of July?
Me, Troy, and a couple of guys were at the park, not doing a lot. And Troy came up with an idea in his head that he wanted to go to some party and put some work in for the hood.
Working for the hood.
I know what it means, but I wanted Fred to tell me what it means.
You know, work for the hood, something to impress the Crips.
Putting work in for the hood means that you are willing to demonstrate that you will commit acts of violence. Most of these people aren't members of anything. They're referred to in the street as wannabes. It's all part of the mentality of gangs.
So Troy was in a gang?
No, but he would have did anything to get down.
Anybody like Troy that feels they need to become part of a gang, they're looking for somewhere to belong.
That kid is seeking what every kid seeks. Love, acceptance, discipline, a sense of purpose, all the things that people want that they're not getting at home.
According to Fred, at approximately 1 a.m. on July 5th, he, Troy, and 3 other friends decided to crash Pete Mendez's 4th of July party.
What you doing with that?
You'll see.
And Troy has his piece, but he leaves it in the car.
Let's get out of here.
That didn't stop Troy from stirring up trouble once inside.
Yo, 81st Street Crips in here.
I'm a Jedi Knight, more words are lightsabers. Yo, I'm often imitated, never duplicated. Sit back, relax, and let your mind get stimulated. Round of applause, cause I'm the showstopper. Burger King.
Fred has been telling us how Troy has worked himself into a frenzy all day long about being a member of a gang, and he's gonna start some
What?
Yeah, drinking this bitch?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's get us something to drink, huh?
He doesn't need a reason. He's going to create one to start some trouble in this party.
According to Fred, Troy singled out Don Garcia's friend, Lenny Quintana, who was entertaining partygoers by singing along to a popular hip-hop album.
Yo, what the hell was that?
Rapping, man. We're at a party.
That's right. Oh, is that what you call that? Nah, that ain't rap.
Relax, all right, man? It's a 4th of July party. Everyone's having a good time.
Nah. Don't tell me what to do, all right? You better recognize here. Those ain't the right words.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
In an effort to defuse the situation, Lenny stepped outside to grab some air. But that didn't stop Troy from terrorizing other guests.
What you looking at? Huh?
It wouldn't have mattered if everybody in that party was a priest. Troy was going to find a reason to hate them and work himself up even further until he attacked one of them. And that's exactly what happened.
Fred Burton tells Kenda that Troy eventually tracked Lenny down outside and picked a fight.
Lenny, okay, Lenny, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. Get in there, Troy.
Troy's problem is he's more of a legend in his own mind than he is in reality.
Where's Lenny got?
When Lenny gets up, he proceeds to kick Troy's ass.
Nah. 81st Street, don't forget. You're gonna regret it.
As Troy fled the scene, word filtered through the party that someone had called the police.
Hey, the cops are coming!
People were going separate ways. Don was getting in his car, which was immediately behind Lenny's, and they were preparing to leave.
But apparently Troy wasn't ready to leave. He had a score to settle.
What you doing with that?
He's got a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol.
Forget it, man. Let's go.
And Fred says that Troy is like out of his mind.
Troy!
Fred says Troy doesn't even respond to that because he's already made up his mind. The last time Fred sees him, he's running down the street blasting away at these people. We have absolute proof now from Fred, an eyewitness and participant in this event, that this case had absolutely nothing to do with Don Garcia. Lenny was the intended target.
God, what?
Troy's so stupid he can't even kill the right guy. He kills the wrong guy. But then again, he doesn't care who he kills, which is what makes him so dangerous. Don dies for the worst of reasons, for the twisted mind's eye view of an idiot who believes that killing is required so he can achieve the selfish emotions he wants so badly. If Don had parked on the other side of the street, if Don had not had to make a U-turn, Don would be still with us right now.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Putting in for the street, man. I think I lost my hat.
Yeah, you did, Troy. Your neighbor found it and he gave it to me.
You gotta get rid of that gun.
What happened to the gun?
We dished it in the woods or something. I don't know where it's at.
So I said, Fred, so here's the magic question. Where is he?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You have any idea where he is?
Florida. I don't know where in Florida, I just think Florida.
Skipping town is commonly done. It doesn't mean we're going to stop looking, and it doesn't mean we're not going to find you because we are.
Kenda inputs Troy's name into the FBI's national database, alerting law enforcement across the country that Troy Hartwick is a wanted man.
If he gets stopped for going through a stop sign, shoplifting, it doesn't make any difference. Police make contact with him for any reason at all. They run his name, and it'll come up wanted for first-degree murder.
2 months pass, and there's still no sign of Troy. Finally, police in Brookville, Florida, hit pay dirt.
Sir, may I see your ID?
They have stopped Troy Eugene Hartwick for going 96 miles an hour and speeding because the rules don't matter to Troy. He's a criminal.
Your suspect has 1017 from El Paso County, Colorado, for first-degree murder.
Oops. Oops, Troy. It turns out we're going to stick guns in your face and arrest you for murder in Colorado.
Driver, let me see your hands. Open the door from the outside. Hands behind your back.
Troy Hartwick is placed under arrest and extradited back to Colorado. 7 months later at trial, he is convicted of first-degree murder for the shooting of Don Garcia. The judge sentences him to life in prison.
Poor old Donnie Garcia was truly in the wrong place at the wrong time. This was just the stupidest of all stupid crimes, because it's just about hubris. Hubris and the availability of a gun.
Here's a completely innocent victim being killed by somebody believing that doing this was going to get him into the gang.
My brother was so outgoing. He was literally growing into the man that he wanted to be. So that's what's so hard is he never made 20 years old. And as long as I think about him and mention his name and talk about him like this, he will always be alive.
No one expects the celebration of Independence Day to turn badly. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be the birth of our nation. It's supposed to be all those things. But what is it now? A bad memory for lots and lots of people. And a loss of a valuable life in exchange for what? Nothing. Nothing at all.